It's like them being like, no, it's rock and roll. We're dangerous. Today, Mikaela, we have a very special episode because today we are gonna be ranking the top 5 worst pop culture trends, pop culture moments, pop culture things that happened in the year 2021.
There's actually no list for today's episode.
This is just straight from the dome, and by straight from the dome, I mean, you tell me all the pop culture stuff as it is, so that might be why our lists are very similar.
Or they're very different, who's to say? Okay, my number 5, worst thing that happened in 2021 was the Kanye divorce.
Oh yeah.
The only reason I put this at 5 and not higher was because it's like, this is good for Kim. I'm rooting for Kimmy. We're Team Kimmy out here. But it did break me a little bit when this happened because I was just like, they were supposed to be the end game. They were perfect.
They were this like cool power couple.
Yes.
And I love when a couple does different things and dominates at them. I think that's very exciting.
Yeah, I think they'll still be good co-parents or whatever, but it did totally shatter me when they broke up.
My number 5 was when we all discovered that Armie Hammer might be a cannibal.
Oh my God, I almost put this on the list.
Yeah, I almost was like, this wife's number 5. I was like, almost this is a little bit too dark. We're trying
it was like a little, I was like, is this too much? But also it was just so insane. Like the whole story, but just that when the headlines came out, it was like, huh?
It was like, wait, the guy who played 2 roles in The Social Network is like, has like a eating people fetish? Or is he just calling it? I really did get told like, no, he wants to eat people.
Yeah, no, I mean, I listened to interviews and stuff with the girls and like, it's awful, it's scary. It's just such a weird thing to like come out about a celebrity.
I can't think of anything weirder. Cannibalism is up there with like the quicksand and tar pits.
It's not real.
Things that you as a kid are like very concerned about. And it's like, that's not really a thing.
My number 4 is another Kardashian-ish thing, but I just had to put it. Scott Disick DMing Jonas, Kourtney Kardashian's ex-boyfriend, being like, yo, WTF was up with this chick? And then he posted the screenshot, and I personally was like, oh my God, this is so entertaining. But at the same time was like, this is so like secondhand embarrassment. I was like, I actually can't look at this for much longer. Just referring to the mother of your children as this chick is so weird.
And also, at the same time too, the guy who took a screenshot and sent it.
Also weird.
Also weird, like dude.
You shouldn't have put that on Instagram.
Just as much of a loser, in my opinion. I don't even know who that guy is, but like.
It's like a model, I don't know.
One of the cringiest moments of 2021 for sure.
Yeah, so that's why I had to put that at number 4. What's your number 4?
Okay, so my number 4, and this might shock you a little bit, is the Friends reunion.
That's literally my number 3.
That's your number 3.
Is it the worst because James Corden hosted?
That's a big part of it. I'm not gonna lie, James Corden hosting it, I feel like it's like beating a dead horse because everybody beats up on James Corden.
But that was my whole reasoning, just him hosting. I was like, what is this man witnessed that he's just getting all these jobs?
Because it feels like he's kind of phoning it in and really leaning on his physical appearance and his accent to be charming and funny. It's like, dude, I'm over it. But the other reason I had that there too is because I thought, as a huge Friends fan, I assumed it was gonna be an episode of Friends, like a reunion episode.
Okay.
And it wasn't. I was like, why not both? In that respect too, it was too short. It was like an hour and a half. So that was my number 4, that was your number 3.
My number 3, so what's your number 3?
So my number 3, and this is sort of like not a moment, but a happening throughout all of 2021. The Bachelor just sucks now.
Oh my God, I almost put some on my list too. It's like, how many Claire and Dale headlines are we gonna get this year?
I'm not even talking about the Chris Harrison thing, because obviously I think that happened this year too.
Yeah, that also happened this year.
I'm talking about how like the integrity of the show is gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think they have successfully paired someone.
No, everyone's breaking up.
Everybody's breaking up. People are leaving the show halfway through seasons. Yeah. It used to be that we could watch The Bachelor and be like, we know it's ridiculous, but we're buying it.
But we're in, and it's gonna be fun.
You can't anymore.
The past 3 Bachelorettes have become single this year. Katie just broke up with her fiance. Tayshia just broke up with her fiance. Claire and Dale, on again, off again. I think they're done.
It used to be not must-watch TV, but like a guilty pleasure, and now
it's just like,
I just feel stupid watching it.
Yeah.
Bachelor sucks now. That's my number 3.
My number 2 is actually more of like an internet-y thing.
Okay.
Trisha Paytas leaving frenemies.
I didn't put that on my list, but that's a great one.
That was such a guilty pleasure show, a hate watch show, sort of thing. You can't stop watching. You couldn't stop like talking about it or reading about it. Like, it was so entertaining. And so when she left, it was like, Man, it's over.
I shouldn't have to walk on eggshells around everything I say.
I
Or,
really
like,
need
your
to leave.
Okay, all right, we're done.
And we all knew going into this wasn't gonna last. It was a good show, so it sucked when she left, but of course we understand. But
I kept on thinking she's gonna come back. They were really the perfect odd couple pairing that made it really, really entertaining.
so it sucked when she left. So that's my number 2.
My number 2 was Celeb Showergate. Do you remember this?
Oh yes!
So all of a sudden, like randomly this year,
Mila Kunis
and Ashton Kutcher both said basically like, yeah, we don't really shower. We don't think you should shower unless you're like dirty. And it wasn't even like TMI. It was just a weird thing for them to
like put out there.
to say it.
I wash my armpits and my crotch daily and nothing else ever.
So yeah, we don't really like to shower, which gross. I needed them to go into more detail, which I think they did, but I didn't see it. But then a bunch of other celebrities were like, yeah, we don't really shower. I was like, what? Why would you share this? And also, why aren't you showering?
And it's a thing where I'm like, you know, if that's how you live, you live. I'm cool with it. When you're a kid, you're like, I don't want to shower. And now I'm like, I smell, I feel like.
Yeah. All right, can I guess what your number 1 is? Because I think it's my number 1 too. Was it Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly?
Their GQ interview.
I wasn't even just the GQ interview. It was just the two of them.
I was cool with it at first, and I love Megan Fox.
And I love Machine Gun Kelly's music.
The whole thing got to be too much too fast because I love Megan Fox and I just wanted to be like, stop talking so I can continue to love you so much. They were like, we have like the kind of sex that like would make Satan clutch his rosary, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Why are you guys trying so hard to be
That's
edgy?
concerning.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing in bed?
Well, this thing is like, I don't believe them.
No, I don't either. I bet it's okay. But he's like, I brought the handcuffs, and it's like, ooh.
I just don't believe them, period. I think this is all like a bit, but not even a bit to be funny. It's like them being like, no, it's rock and roll. Like,
yeah, there's like this weird rock and roll thing.
we're dangerous. What? They were just like, we're gonna be a problem.
Yeah, and I also
That'd be
didn't
really
like the VMAs when Megan Fox is like,
New York, I need you to get extra loud for our future baby daddies.
so it's like, ugh.
Everything they say is just so creepy and cringy, and I wonder if they hear this all the time.
Probably. And you know what though? It gets some press. We're talking about it. It
That's
works.
true.
It works.
That's
it works.
true. Well, guys, there you go. Those were our top 5 worst things that happened in pop culture of all of 2021. If we missed any of what the stuff that you think is the worst, let us know in the comments. There isn't a list, so you can't go vote on Ranker, but go to Ranker and just check it out and peruse.
Yeah, just peruse.
It's been a hell of a year, 2021.
I know, it's a 2022, our friends.
To 2022.
See you then.
See you then.
Goodbye.